Hey guys, this is Tabitha. I'm here with my biscuit recipe that I told you guys I would make for you. And here we go. But before we get started, I'm going to let you know the ingredients that you'll need. Now, first of all, you will need self-rising flour. Now, you can use whatever brand is your preference. I do not have one, but it has to be self-rising or the biscuits will not rise. And second, you will need buttermilk. I like whole buttermilk, but this is what the store had, so we're going to make it work. And third, you need lard. Now, you can, if you want to do these biscuits, all of these ingredients we got from Walmart. So you can just go to your local Walmart and pick all this up. And last but not least, you're going to need your measuring cup so you can measure all the ingredients out. I do it by eyeball, but I'm going to try to measure all this out for you guys the best that I can so you can make the best biscuits. Now, I have an older pan here. It's really old. It has seen better days, but it is a great biscuit cooking pan. So what I like to, the first time I ever made biscuits in this pan, they stuck. So what I done was took a little bit of lard, maybe about that much, if that much, and just went all around the pan and greased it so that they won't stick this time. And then, just like when you bake a cake, sometimes you'll shake flour in your pan to keep them from sticking. You're going to do the same thing here. Just at least a little bit, and then you're going to shake it all around the pan. Now, after you have shaken your flour all around, this is what it's going to look like. After you just, if you have any excess, you can just shake it off in the trash can, but this is what it's going to look like when you are done. And then we're going to actually go to the bowl and start our biscuits. Now, what this is a sifter for you guys that don't know what this is. And here in the South, we love to sift our flour. We want to make sure it's silky smooth. We want to make sure there's no hard flour, none of that stuff. So what I done was sifted the flour in the bowl, which I had already had it done, but I'm going to do it for you guys. And it measured out to about 3 cups of flour. And you can go to Walmart as well and get yourself a sifter. Now, one thing I forgot to mention, make sure before you start this process, turn your stove on 425 because it is only going to take 10 minutes to make these biscuits, and it needs to be hot so they're going to cook all the way through. Now, back to the flour. After we have sifted out all the flour, and this, like I said, added up to about 3 cups, what you're going to do is push the flour to the side so you can make yourself some little hills on each side. And then that way you're going to have you some flour down here on the bottom. Because what you're going to do is start in the middle, and then you're going to go around in a circular motion so you can pick up the flour to make your cake, I guess you say cake of dough. So now what I'm going to do is reach in the lard. And like I said, I'm eyeballing this, but I'm going to try and measure it out for you guys. And I'm going to say this will make about 8 biscuits, what I'm making. I'll say about that much. And you see it's a stiff ball. And so I'm going to throw it over here in the measuring cup. And I'm going to say, without mashing it down, it's going to be about a cup of lard, is what I'm going to guess. Now I'm going to take it back out, put it back in here. Now I'm going to take the buttermilk and go ahead and start incorporating that. You're going to pour it, I like to pour it right around that lard so it stays in that area. And I kind of want, I forgot to measure out the buttermilk for you guys, but that's about how much I want right there. So what I'm going to do is start mashing this up. And it sounds gross, but they're wonderful. So what you want is this lard to liquefy in the buttermilk. And I may have to put some more. I'll just have to look at it to see. So you really got to get your fingers in there. Make sure your hands are washed and clean. I may have to do just a little bit more. I'm not really sure just yet. And I want to give a shout out and a thanks to my mother for sitting at the table, because she came home and made these every day after work, and they were wonderful. But after 20 some odd years of sitting there just eyeballing her watching this, that's how I learned to do it. And I just came home one day and tried it, and after that many years of watching her, it paid off. So I put just a little bit more buttermilk in there. And just barely sweep the bowl. Barely sweep it right now. You just want to get that buttermilk and that lard together. You don't want to start picking up a bunch of flour just yet, because you need to get this liquefied to the best of your ability. Now what I'm going to do, it seems like it's pretty much like I want it. So what I'm going to do is start stirring, taking my fingers just at the bottom of the bowl for right now. And now I'm going out a little bit more. And in a folding motion, I'm going to start picking up flour on the sides, and I'm turning my bowl at the same time as I'm kneading this. And you see how it's getting more doughy. And you're just going to keep on each side picking up more dough, because the name of the game is making it to where you can pick it up. Now once you get it to this consistency, you're going to take your knuckles and just flatten it out like that. And you see how I picked up most of the flour? Now I'm going to start handling it and putting it in the tray. Now, once you get it in this consistency, it's still wet on the insides. Now, if you need it too much, these biscuits will be flat, they will be hard, they won't rise, they won't be fluffy. You can over knead biscuits. So once you kind of get to this consistency, you need to quit. That's it. That's what you need. And like I said, it still feels wet on the inside. Now we're going to start picking them up. Now if it's still kind of too goopy to where you can't really handle it, just pick up some flour and put it in your hand. That's all you have to do. And then you're going to start your rolling process. Now I put them in the pan just like that. I don't mash them down till I'm finished. Same thing. Now I made 9. My mixture made 9 biscuits, and you can see they're going to be pretty big and fluffy. Now, with some dough on the back of your hands, you just want to tap them down a little bit. Now this is what I watched my mother do, my grandmother do. And this is so they come out looking more like a more unified biscuit. Now, we are going to put these in the stove for 8 minutes on 425. Now, what I like to do is I will put them in for 4 minutes, and then when 4 minutes passes, I will turn the pan around on the other side for 4 minutes. Then, once that 4 minutes has finished, you turn your stove on broil. Now, you really need to keep an eye on the biscuits on broil, or you will burn them up. All you want to do is have them lightly golden brown on the top. So we're going to go ahead and put those in, and we'll come back when they're done. Okay guys, here we are with the finished product. They're covered up like my mother used to do. And now there you go. You got your beautiful golden biscuits. See how light and fluffy they are? And hot. Okay guys, here we are with these good hot fluffy biscuits. I'm going to open mine up, and I'm going to eat some of this homemade apple jelly that my mother made. It tastes so freaking good. And that's what I'm going to do with my biscuit. And my daughter, she is going to taste test a biscuit for you guys. And you're going to see all over her face just how good the biscuit is. I just want to thank you guys for joining me with my biscuit video. If you have any questions, any comments, please share. And please like and follow my page. Thanks guys. Have a good one. Okay guys, here is my taste tester. She's going to let you know just how good these biscuits are.
That's really good.